for now, Canada, if you live in your own residence, you don't have to pay a home equity tax when you sell the home. But for like 3 or 4 years, they implemented a program that when you fill up your taxes with your accountant, you have to disclose if you sold your property or not. I said, what's the point if they don't need that information?
Absolutely, yes.
But the reason is they try to make calculations to do statistics, how many people they sell their own homes, and to see how much money they can recoup if they implement that law. They have.
So hi Marius, so nice seeing you again, and I'm so curious. I can't wait to see what's new in the market, in the real estate market now.
Yes, a lot of is happening right now because of the real estate market situations, the government policies, the all levels, and raising the mortgage rates and etc.
Yeah, we talked about that, but I think something. I mean, we are seeing now actually what happened in March, April.
April. Yeah.
So you are still. I know you have a lot of listings. You are still selling a lot of properties, but what's new in the market when you are selling, for example?
Yes, so right now, it's a very interesting situation. Just to recap, in January, February was the peak of the market, and the houses prices were like 45-50% more than the pre-COVID situation. So prior to January 2020.
Yes.
So was a pretty big jump between January 2020 and January 2022. So imagine the prices to go up 45-50% was crazy. Like was not healthy.
It's not healthy. It's not normal.
It's not normal.
Yeah.
Because the people's wages, they didn't go so high. Like
I know.
On the contrary. So right now we have like 10% to 15% decrease from that period of time, from January February 2022. Which is still a good, good market.
Absolutely.
So imagine if your house was worth, let's say, 1 million before 2020, now it's still worth 1.4.
So it's
1.35, 1.4. Yeah,
it's a good seller market, right?
It's a very good seller market.
Yes.
The problem with some sellers is they're fixed on 2022 January, February. It's so sad.
Yes,
it's so
because
sad.
they're comparing.
They're comparing.
Yes.
If I sold it I could have sold it for for much more money. I say, I know, Mr. Seller, but you are not in a bad position right now. So if you want to move from Canada, in the next 1 year or two, or if you want to retire just to buy something small in Canada and live here, then it's still a good time to sell.
Yes.
It's a good market. So I have some guys that 99% of the cases I just sold them for the best price and they move on. But some of them, I realized that they are stuck with that price and they didn't want to sell for some reason. It's okay, but they have to stay in that home for at least 5 years, in my opinion. 4 or 5 years.
Probably my next question. If not selling today, like today when I'm talking today, it's like soon. When do you think the market will come back to what we saw back in maybe February, March, or January, February, March? Do you think it's going to go back or not necessarily?
So you have to look at the like a big picture. So the whole levels of government, municipal, provincial, and federal, they pray for affordable housing. And because Mr. Trudeau signed a pact with Mr. Singh last month, okay, and so basically both of them, they agreed to work together until 2025. That means everything they can pass on the legislative level, they will pass all the legislations. Okay, now because they promise the electorate that they make affordable housing. In other words, they try to slash the market, the real estate market prices, and put it down. So you cannot fight with, you cannot, fight with this. So they will do everything in their power to decrease the market value of the homes, just to
fulfill their promises.
Fulfill their promises. Okay.
Kind of.
So
yes.
this is the real thing. And then in US, on the other side, the US raised the interest rates, the most aggressive raised in the last 30 years, and Canada is following very closely.
Yeah, all the time. I
all
think
the time.
That was
so
much. Yes.
And plus, the war in Ukraine, the inflation rates, and all of this drama will bring the house down. The houses down, like in terms of prices. And some experts, they said that they see the real estate market will go down until 2024 in somewhere in summer, they said.
So
and then from 2 years from now, yeah, so they will go down, okay, and then probably from that point will go up, and you'll see the same prices like in January, February this year, maybe in 2026, 2027.
Oh wow. So, excuse me, if somebody wants to sell, probably the best time right now.
Oh, right now.
Yes.
They can still get 40% more than the pre-COVID market, real estate market situation.
When we thought it's very good market. So that's so interesting because people are comparing, right? Otherwise, because I remember I had a lot of friends, they sold their houses and they, oh my God, I sold my house for such good prices, but it wasn't the price we had in January or February 2022. It was back in maybe 2018 or 19, and it's still there. Oh, it's a good market. So it's a perception, I guess. It's all about perception. How we
because what happened is the real problem here with raising the prices in Toronto, in Canada in general, is it's a lack of supply. So because in Canada are coming every year 300,000, 400,000 people every year, they need a house to live in.
Somewhere.
And the legislation, for approving the new subdivision homes is a little bit too bureaucratic and takes so long. So
I think that's the problem.
Yeah,
this is a big problem. This is a problem, not building, but approving.
Exactly. So it's a big discrepancy between supply and demand.
Yes.
So this is going up. This is the reason that prices are going up so fast.
Yes.
But now the government realized they have to do something. So they put together, pieces of legislation. As they said, in the last month, they just banned foreign investors to buy in Canada for the first 2 years, and so on and so on. And they will come with other pieces of legislation for sure.
So sorry, they can't. So somebody outside of Canada, they can't buy a property now, or they can, but they have to use it. So
they cannot buy.
They can't buy at all.
Yes. Point. Yes, okay. And then they try to do more other things. In the future they want to do, like, to prepare home equity tax. So for now, Canada, if you live in your own residence, you don't have to pay a home equity tax when you sell the home. But for like 3 or 4 years, they implemented a program that when you fill up your taxes with your accountant, you have to disclose if you sold your property or not. I said, what's the point if they don't need that information?
Absolutely, yes.
But the reason is they try to make calculations, to do statistics, how many people they sell their own homes, and to see how much money they can recoup if they implement that law. They have to recoup about 59 billion. And we are not stupid, this is the way they will implement it, for sure, 100%. Now, the question is, do you want to sell it right now and not to pay that tax, stupid tax? Or do you want to sell later, thinking that the government, it's nice and, they do the same thing, but the reality is they will implement it.
They will. And the problem is we don't know in advance. It's going to be like over the night, and that's it.
Yeah,
it's nothing you can do.
Nothing.
Yes.
And imagine if you if let's say you purchase your property, just an example, for 400,000 like a few years ago, and now you are selling for 1.4 million. Okay, you have to split the government 50-50. So you have to give them away 500,000, and you have to keep 500,000. My point is, with 500,000, if you sell right now, you buy 2 properties in Florida, or 3-4 properties in Spain, and you live forever.